Welcome back. Very pleasing to the senses is tasteful. Now, David, of course I know modesty is your middle name. You're very modest, and many people are, but some people aren't. And, well, there are particular words for them.
I'm delighting in a word tonight because it is an unusual word, but it's a word that's well worth reviving and sustaining in our language. And it's panjandrum.
Panjandrum. It's one I've never heard. How do you spell it?
It's Panjandrum. It does crop up in crosswords now and then, but it's not a word you hear in everyday conversation. But the origins of the word are just as wonderful. In the 1700s, there were two actors, one called Samuel Foote and one called Charles Macklin. And Charles Macklin actually claimed to be able to memorise any amount of lines, any sort of transcripts, any soliloquies or monologues.
So he was, in fact, less than modest.
He was less than modest. So Samuel Foote actually set him a challenge and gave him a very complicated speech that was quite nonsensical to memorise. And part of that speech was this famous sentence. And there were present the pickninnies, the joblilies, the garrulies, and the great panjandrum himself, with the little red button on the top.
Actually, you memorised that.
I didn't, in fact. It was the little round button, now that I think about it. But Charles Macklin did memorise it, but it was the great panjandrum himself, that phrase that stuck with the audience who listened to the recital. And in fact, the great galoot, the great poobah, the self-important person became panjandrum, and in fact became Charles Macklin, who claimed that he could memorise everything.
That is a lovely story of a word. Well, try and look out for it in a crossword sometime.
If you could.
Thank you, David.
Pleasure.
Let's look at our scores, which are very close indeed. Only 1 point between them. Surya on 13, Tina on 14. More letters, and Surya, you to choose.
Thanks, Richard. Could I please get a vowel, please?
Thank you. Let's start with A.
And another, please.
I.
And another.
E.
And a consonant, please.
M.
And another.
L.
And another.
D.
And another.
R.
And another.
N.
And one last consonant.
And last letter, G.
30 seconds. Surya, how many?
7.
And Tina?
8.
Let's start with the 7.
Mingled.
And what was your 8, Tina?
Dreaming.
Well, she is doing a great job of fantasising about wonderful scores.
Yes, but in real life, she actually scored 8 points. And it's very tough, Surya, because your word was a fine word. But however, just that extra letter makes all the difference. Dreaming and malinga. I just wish dreamling was a word. You know, almost like a little reverie, but it's not. So well played, Tina. A good 8.
Lovely words, and 8 points for Tina. What letters would you like next, Tina?
I'd like to start with a consonant again, please, Lily.
Thank you. D.
A second one.
T.
And a third.
P.
A vowel, please.
A.
And a second vowel.
E.
And a third vowel.
O.
A consonant.
N.
A second consonant.
R.
And I'll finish with a vowel, please.
And last letter, I.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Here's the clock. How many this time, Tina?
A 7 this time.
And Surya?
6.
Let's begin with yours.
Tirade.
Could you spell that?
Tirade.
Thank you. And Tina?
Painter.
7's nice, 6 is good.
Eclipsed again, Syria. It is a tough game sometimes. A great 7 again, Tina. And I have a 9 here, Richard.
A full Monty to start the week. What did you come up with, David?
The word is predation, which is the act of a predator.
Fantastic work. Well found. Beautiful word. And well done to Tina once again. 7 points. Mixing it with the numbers again now. And Surya, what sort of mix would you like?
Lily, could I please get 1 large and 5 small?
Thanks, Surya. 1 large and 5 small. And starting with the smalls, 3, 1, 9, 3, 10, and the large number is 25. The target to reach is 528.
Let's head there now. How'd you go, Surya?
1 off, 527.
527. Nice going. Tina?
The same. 1 off.
The same for you.
527.
All right. Well, it was your choice, Surya, so show us what you did.
Sure. 25 times 10 is 250.
25 by 10 is 250.
3 minus 1 is 2.
3 minus 1 is 2,
Multiply them together to get 500.
is 500.
9 times 3 is 27.
9 by 3 is 27.
And adding them together gives 527.
527.
So, very nice work indeed. You're only 1 off. Tina, did you do it the same way?
A slight variation. 3 minus 1 is 2.
3 minus 1 is 2.
2 times 25 is 50.
By the 25 is 50.
Multiply that by the 10.
By the 10 is 500.
And then 3 times 9 is 27.
Yeah, same as that.
Yep.
527.
Okay, so another very good approach and only 1 off. How did you go, Lily?
Yeah, I got there in the end using the 25 rule. There are 21 25s in 525, and then you've got a 3 remainder. So if you can calculate 21 without using a 3, you're practically there. So to make the 21, 3 by 10 is 30, minus 9 is 21, by the 25 is 525, and then add the other 3 is 528.
That is a lovely method. And great approach from Tina and Surya, who got 7 points each. So Surya's on 20, Tina is on 36. It's time for another break, another word mix for you. Slide pod. This time the clue, an Italian tower is this. Back soon.